with it.
The music changes wild. I've just got range.
You wanna guess the color of my underwear? You wanna know what I got going on down there? Is it pretty in pink or all see-through? Is it showing off my brand new lower back tattoo? You wanna put them in your mouth, pull them all down south. You wanna turn this shit out, that's what I'm talking about. You wanna try it, lick it, spit it, put it to the side and get all up in it. Wearing poster, might remix it, send it to the day, I think he's with it.
Oh boy. Gas. What's going on? Oh my god, who's ready? What a stream do we have in store? Thank you, I enjoyed the Lost podcast, the Mike Bloom. Love nerding out about that stuff. Oh my god, what a stream. What a stream. Whew. We got a lot of categories here. And you guys are going to be voting. I chose all the nominees. We'll have you vote. I tried to organize the nominees in a way where you're not just going to, like, vote for America or me every time. So I think we should be good. So I'm excited. America's watching Claim to Fame, I believe. Happy birthday, Prem. Thanks for all your unending support. Thank you, Anonymous, for the gift. Max for the follow. It's Iman, 2 months, and Shinskes for 6 months. Danube, 7 months. No Shot's been 7 months, yeah. Next thing you know, it'll be 8. Then it's out of hand. How are you guys? Let me see. Can I get a prediction of what you guys think the categories are going to be? Because these are not the categories I think you guys might be expecting. Best twist, best moment. Best salad, best outfit, loudest kiss, best player, superlatives. Steel Cage, thanks for the gifting. Cory sucks, appreciate it. Turner, subbed with Prime, 3 months, a 1 month streak. That means he's missed a couple of months, but you know, we move. Thanks, Turner. Doodle Doll with the Prime. I don't know if that's actually Turner, but I know he is going to be in New York, so I'm hyped. Oasis stands, we up. I think it is. I would not doubt it. That is so actually me. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that Turner would have Twitch. He was Mr. Beast before Mr. Beast got big, you know? Now, will Turner be nominated for any awards tonight? We'll see. If Worst Tweet was an award, I think he'd have a good chance. Now, here's the deal with the award show. Whoever wins the award will be sent a trophy by me. That's it. Virtually? Yeah. They will be sent a certificate via their email. Because I have to imagine if some people win these awards, they are not going to want something physical to represent it. These are not all best player awards. With that being said, are we ready to just dive into this award show? Is there any reason for us to stall much longer? Best Americory stand, Jacksonia, you should leave now. You're going to be very disappointed by the substance of the stream. Okay, do we have any mods here? Katie, are you down to run some polls? Alright, I appreciate you. Alright. Dundee's, kind of. The first category. Well, let's first of all announce the categories. A lot of them. Neon Gamer, thanks for the Prime. We have the worst HOH reign. Let me pull up our presentation. We have the worst HOH reign. The best HOH reign. Worst goodbye message. Worst competition. Worst alliance. Worst read, that's a very bloated category. Best postseason drama. Most improved. Least improved. And finally, last but not least, perhaps the most important award that will be awarded annually, the Grodner Legacy Award. Only 2 nominees for that one. Oh, Lord, I know I'm in the fucking running for worst goodbye message. All right, we'll see, Suri. We'll have to see. All right, well, we start with the worst HOH reign of Big Brother 25. And let me say, it was hard to narrow down to just 5 HOH reigns. There are not many bad ones, or not many good ones this entire season. So I could have just randomly picked a week, and odds are I'd stumble on a terrible HOH. But after talking to the committee, burning the midnight oil, we have landed on these 5 HOH reigns. Of course, Heisem in week 2 after winning Escape the Nether Region. Thank you, Simply. After winning Escape the Nether Region, Heisem nominated Riley and Cameron with the expressed goal of evicting Riley. Winning the veto, he was able to ensure Riley's demise, and Riley was sent packing unanimously. You might say, Cory, this seems like a very successful HOH reign. But he did go from a good position in the majority alliance to the backdoor target of everybody in the house. Except maybe Mimi. So the first nominee is Heisem in week 2. But he's not to be outdone by Felicia in week 3, who wins Not a Winner, nominates Cameron and Jag with the expressed goal of backdooring Heisem. The plan went out with several hitches. It was a fucking disaster. But she did ultimately get her target out. The problem, and this is very confusing to a lot of people, Heisem was one of Felicia's closest allies. Some argue this is the moment where the game slipped away from the Suri and Felicias and into the hands of the comp beasts of the season. Jag, Cameron, Cory, the people who were just winning game after game. We move on to, so we've had a couple bad HOHs in a row, and we're going to have a third. Because Cameron, after lasting 14 hours in the pressure cooker, understands he's at the bottom of the house, but trusts in the Legend 25 Alliance. Puts up Jag and Blue, targeting Jag, the other person on the bottom. His best bud, chiller friend Red, wins the veto in Artifact Stack. Keeps the nominations the same, ensures Cameron is going to get his target, but he doesn't. And nobody is evicted on Cam's week, and even if Jag was evicted, everyone would be targeting Cam the week after. Now, as you know, Cameron, the Space Cowboy, he's a competitive guy. And perhaps his biggest competition, some might say Suri, some might say Jag, some might say myself. No, it's Cameron. Cameron's got one op, and it's himself. Because in week 9, after being evicted just a few weeks earlier, or this is week 8 actually, but it doesn't matter. It is week 9, because zombie week. Cam, after returning to the house as a zombie, understanding he's at the bottom, wins HOH miraculously. Everyone was going to target him. And he decides, it's time to burn this sucker to the ground. And he makes some big nominations. Mimi and Felicia. The goal, evict Felicia because it'll severely hurt his chances of winning the jury vote. Yeah, he flirted with the idea of backdooring myself, backdooring me, but Jag said no, and Cameron, very submissively said, sure, I'm with you. Bang. Thank you, I Love Shoes, for the tier 1. Appreciate you. It's 500 subs. So Cam, first 2-time nominee in one category. Very, very impressive feat. And the final nominee for worst HOH reign of Big Brother 25 belongs to none other than Miranda Bowie Jane. Bowie Jane wins her second HOH at the final 6 double eviction. Despite everyone in the house understanding Jag and Matt to be the biggest targets, those that need to go, she keeps them safe and gets rid of America. In this moment, Bowie, in the words of Jeff Probst, had a 0.00% chance of winning Big Brother. So again, our nominees. Heisem, week 2, booting Riley. Felicia, booting Heisem. Cameron, trying to boot Jag. Cameron, booting Mimi. And Bowie Jane, booting America. Katie, can we run the poll? Thank you so much. Once we have the result, I will reveal what my answer would be. And then we'll reveal the actual winner of the award. I'm looking at this vote, and it is not close. Bowie could have changed the game. She did change the game. Maybe not for the best, but... Alright, I feel as if I have enough data to call this poll the winner of the worst HOH reign in Big Brother 25. With 66% of the 5-option vote, Miranda Bowie Jane. Look, say what you will about Felicia targeting Heisem, that's bad, but she could have recovered and won the game. Cameron, he getting rid of Matt or Jag or even me probably doesn't win him the game anyways. Bowie Jane lost herself Big Brother on this night. That being said, anyone calling her fucking useless on Twitter, I hate you. Go fuck yourself. But in this one moment, she might have been a little bit useless. In this one microscopic moment of the season. Congratulations to Bowie Jane. Will they bring back Bowie Jane for BB26? She did text me yesterday, so she would be like definitely putting up an impressive facade. All right. Congratulations, Bowie. Your trophy is in the mail. On-screen celebration. Thank you, Nicholas. Appreciate you. If she took to Felicia to Final 2, she probably would have had a chance, but whatever. Hillary, thank you for the 6 months. I appreciate you. Sup, R. Quinn. Now we move on to the second category, a category that was much more difficult to find nominees. The best HOH reign of BB25, there weren't that many options. Look, I did my best to find decent ones, but I don't know how successful I ended up being. Only 3 nominees for this category, and I ask for the foremost objectivity from my chat. I want people to answer honestly, not with their heart, but with their heads. Okay? The first option, my double eviction. After a week on the block with my showmance, nominated by the very man you see on the screen, Jared Fields, I miraculously win the double eviction HOH against Blue, choose to nominate Jared and Blue, and ultimately, with Matt keeping nominations the same, Jared is evicted by a vote of 6-1, I think. Definitely angered Blue for the rest of the season, but I did get my target, and he would never enter the house again. Permanently evicting Jared Fields from the house. Very tragic. Jag, week 11. After Bowie Jane removes Cameron, there was a big power vacuum in the house that Jag and his muscular body hoped to fill, winning Big Brother Comics as the invisible HOH with a time of 1 minute and 4 seconds, beating every other competitor by 9 minutes. Jag Cockadoodle Zoom Baines decided to nominate Blue and Felicia, but it was all a ruse. As after Blue won the power of veto, she was the target, he decided to double backdoor myself and America, evicting myself in what was, I think we would all agree, the correct move at the time, and from that point on, there was very little resistance to Jag whatsoever. Was he targeting Blue at the start? Sure. But he got there, one way or another. So good luck to Jag, week 11. Now, in an unprecedented Big Brother twist, Jag, week 12 is also nominated. After being the invisible HOH, Jag was shockingly eligible to compete in the following week's HOH at the final 7. Unsurprisingly, he would go on to win said HOH, nominating the last remaining competition threats to his game. After winning the veto as well, Jag was able to ensure that one of Blue or America would be evicted, and after 2 weeks, Jag would successfully remove Blue from the game. From this point going forwards, there was 0 resistance to Jag. Max Rollins, Anonymous, thank you for the subs. I appreciate y'all. And finally, bit of a controversial HOH. We have Cameron in week 6. After being left out of the vote in week 5 to boot Red, it was just him and Bowie left out. Cameron knew he was on the bottom. He knew it was just him, Bowie, and Jared who were left out of the vote. With this knowledge, he knew he had to strike against the power, but he knew you don't target the president, you target the vice president and the secretary of state. You don't want to go for the head of the snake, that's stupid. You go for the body. And that's exactly what Cameron did, nominating in a shocking fashion Felicia and Izzy, despite telling the entire house Jag and Blue were going to be the noms. While Felicia was going to go the entire week, even though Cam wanted Izzy to be the target, one thing leads to another. Some flippity-flopping happens. Cory, America, dabble of Jag, and the vote does flip, successfully removing Izzy from the house. And Cam was still the target the next week, and he went home. But you can't have them all. Thank you, Lolo and Max. Appreciate you. So, between Cory evicting Jared, Jag evicting Cory, Jag evicting Blue, and Cameron evicting Izzy, who had the best HOH reign of Big Brother 25? Katie, whenever you're ready, run the poll. Did you do all the work Cam's week? No, there was a lot of work to go around. America did a lot. I think I did some. Jag played a big role. Cameron did something. He was able to win Jag over. He flipped Jag. That's the extent of Cameron's credit. Flipping Jag. All men as nominees, I'm sick. I hate to say it, no women won HOH. It was Felicia and Riley the first 3 weeks, and then Bowie won 3 of them, and that's the extent of it. And most of them were nominated for worst HOHs. All right, the poll is active, and it looks like, again, we have a runaway victor with 80% of the vote. There's only 4 options. Cory wins the best HOH reign. And I think it's fair enough. It was a very straightforward moment, but there wasn't that much straightforward about Big Brother 25, so making the right nominations, your target leaving, pretty solid. If I'm going to win any award, I think this one might be worth it. Do I have a speech? I do. I would first of all like to thank Mimi for always being by my side when things are tough. I mean, we haven't talked in months, but I just know she's always in my corner. Same with Bowie. I couldn't have done it without Bowie. I've got Bowie. And I couldn't imagine winning this award without her. And, you know, I think America's a problem that will have to be dealt with at some point. Thank you. All right. So, our 2 winners so far, Bowie Jane, corywurtenberger. That's how I like it. And we move on to one of my favorite categories, the worst goodbye message category. Now, Big Brother 25 had a rough history of goodbye messages, a lot of them hidden from the masses. Cameron's are in a vault in Alison Grodner's office, I hear. Cannot confirm that, but, you know, you hear rumors. But there's so many bad goodbye messages to choose from. And here are my absolute favorites. First off, Heisem to Riley.
Well,
all right, let's hear it.
More boring without you. I'm gonna miss you.
Riley, if you're seeing this, that means you've been evicted. I'm not sure why you put us on opposite sides, but regardless, 1, you are worthy, and 2, you are pure gold.
Riley is worthy, Riley is pure gold, and as is Heisem's goodbye message. Obviously not a great relationship between Heisem and Riley. It's so loud. One second, let me fix this. All right. Next up, we have Blue to Heisem. Blue really was in her bag in this category, as we'll see.
housemates tapes.
I don't.
To get your lying.
Strikes.
Blue, who was a decent ally to Heisem, they had a good relationship. They formed an alliance over their LGBTQ plus bond, them two and Izzy. Blue never took it too seriously, neither did Heisem or Izzy, to be fair, but they had a working relationship, and Blue decided to send Heisem off with lots of love and good wishes.
You're out. See ya, buddy.
Heisem, I appreciate that you played an honest game, so let me honestly tell you that I am excited to get your lying ass out of this house. I'll see you, hopefully not too soon.
See what I mean? Why you don't want to listen to these?
It's like, what was that about? Not everything shown on the feeds. Heisem and Blue had a legendary feud. You guys just weren't privy to the details. So Blue, with her first nominee in the worst goodbye message category. Will it be her last? We'll see.
Housemates tapes.
Because we have Cameron to Izzy. And this one's going to be absolutely brutal to watch. I can guarantee it.
3, 2.
Dear Piggy Pal, first off, I am still 100% proud of you. Secondly, I've been lining this up for weeks. You're my #1 target this entire time.
I've been lining this up for weeks. Like when I was HOH, last time I knew it was time to target you, which is why I put up Jag and Blue, and when I had the opportunity to backdoor you, Red had the veto, I said, no, we're going to hold off. I'm going to wait till week 6 so I can put you up next to Felicia. I'm going to ask Jared to back...
You've been a worthy adversary. Goodbye.
I hate that one. It's so bad. That's a brutal one. All right. Was Cameron really that bad of a guy? I just know everyone hates him, but I don't know if it's justified. I think it is justified to the extent that any online hate is justified. I don't think anyone should be on Twitter hating on anybody like that because it's just not productive. But if anyone deserves it, I think Cameron certainly is that guy. All right. Blue, with her second entry into the category, a puzzle she lays out in this goodbye message that historians have been trying to solve for decades, but have been unsuccessful.
How about we listen to some of your goodbye messages?
Wait.
Right here.
Fortunately, I smooth even one.
Cory, we've been targeting each other for weeks now, but hey, it doesn't seem like you're as smart of a player as you thought you were. Cory 1, Blue 2.
What is she talking about? What is this scoring system she has developed? Cory 1, Blue 2? At least I got on the board. I have some theories. I think she's talking about quiz competitions. I think she's saying that she beat me in BB Odd Couples, I beat her in Soulmates, and then she beat me by evicting me. I believe. I think that's my theory. I'm shocked they left that in the goodbye message because I don't think it made any sense to the viewers. She's talking about you evicting Jared. Okay, but what are her 2 points? So one is me getting evicted. What's the second point? I will ask Blue, yeah. I'm curious. No, it's just 1 Jared and 2 because you were evicted counts double. Interesting. Okay, so an ally being evicted is 1 point. You individually being evicted is 2 points. Okay, wait, so that means America beat Blue because Blue evicted America's ally Cory 1 point, but America was able to evict Blue, and that's 2 points. America 2, Blue 1. And no, she got 3 because she also got Jared out. Good point. Good point. Blue 2, America 3. Let's look at Suri's, because I was very close to putting Suri's on here too, just because it pissed me off and I didn't want to vote for her after this.
Cory, you are smarter than me. I just wish you were smarter than to rub your showmance in everybody's face.
Okay, Suri was the only fucking person, like...
Give Cameron my love.
Cory,
Okay, so Suri's not nominated, but maybe an honorable mention.
How about we listen?
And then the final entrance, Matt to Blue in America. I now know what you guys might say. We have never seen these goodbye messages. They didn't show them. But I actually do have a source inside of CBS, and I was able to gain this footage. Now, this might get me taken down. I might, the stream might end here. I'll try to go live somewhere else if this gets copywritten. But I do think, I have a certain responsibility to journalistic integrity that we have to dive in. One more time for the people in the back. He just did this in the goodbye message. There was no words. Now, obviously, if anyone's curious as to the actual substance of Matt's goodbye messages to Blue in America, well, he said he had nothing to do with their evictions. It was all Jag. He wanted to keep them both. He wanted to use the veto. He's sorry. He doesn't know what happened. And it did lose him a lot of money, but, we didn't get to see him. So, the poll, it's Matt to Blue in America, Blue to Cory. This is kind of hard to do. It's Heisem to Riley, Blue to Heisem, Cameron to Izzy, Blue to Cory, and Matt to Blue in America. Thank you, Katie. I certainly have my least favorite goodbye message. Is a very competitive match right now. Have your voice heard. Vote. This one can go either way. It's a very close vote. Only 2 or 3 votes separates the top 2 options. Does this mean you have to email Matt his award if Matt even wins it? All right. It appears we have a winner. The gap is kind of closing. No, it doesn't look like it. All right. With 36% of the vote compared to 33% of the vote, the runner-up is Matt to Blue in America, but the winner is Blue to Heisem.
Housemates tapes.
You that I'm.
See you, buddy.
Heisem, I appreciate that you played an honest game, so let me honestly tell you that I am excited to get your lying ass out of this house. I'll see you, hopefully not too soon.
Congratulations, Blue. Queen of the bad live show moments. Whether it's shout-outs or speeches or speeches are okay. Interviews with Julie, goodbye messages. This is where Blue shines.
Housemates tape.
3.
Now we move on to a special category of mine, the worst competition of Big Brother 25. Now, Big Brother 25 was a season dominated by competitions. Competitions were perhaps the most important force in dictating who won the season. And despite that, there were some competitions that you watched and said, damn, this shit sucks. And I've got 4 of them that I've selected as the worst competitions of Big Brother 25. First off, we have the second double eviction How Long Are Your Arms Grand Prix. Matt won, long arms. Second ball pit comp, Matt has won this season. Sending America home. We have Buddy Ball, which by itself, the competition isn't too bad. But it took 2 hours on the episode. Felicia fainted. Jared won by default. And Cameron won a European vacation. There was a series of unfortunate events that happened. Oh, and Jag won another $5,000. So there's a long list of reasons why Buddy Ball perhaps deserves to win the worst competition in the history of Big Brother 25. Next up, we have the final HOH competition, Part 1, resulting in a Matt and Jag rock, paper, scissors match in which Matt won, booking his ticket to Part 3. At this point of the season, y'all thought you've seen it all. You were fed up, but you figured out we can just make it to the end. There was actually a disruption in the electromagnetic field by everyone turning their TVs off at this exact frame of episode 41. So, Matt and Jag playing rock, paper, scissors. He was willing to do that. That is correct. And the final, perhaps a competition you all may have forgotten, but not one I've ever forgotten. Trick or Treat luxury competition, through which all of the house guests had to decide whether to give Matt or Jag $5,000. Now, when I say I threw up in my mouth watching this in jury, that is an understatement. Here's Felicia turning away from Bowie Jane's jack-o'-lantern. I don't think I watched this, Heather. Very few people did. So again, our 4 nominees for the worst competition of Big Brother 25 are Ball Pit Part 2, Buddy Ball, HOH Part 1, you could just say Rock, Paper, Scissors, Katie, or Trick or Treat. Trick or Treat, Rock, Paper, Scissors, Buddy Ball, or Ball Pit V2. The poll is active. Good luck to all the nominees. Anybody think I forgot a competition? I was going to say, like, name that toot. But it was just a booth comp at the end of the day. Or like sweaty scrimmage, but, you know, it's just the aesthetic. Like, the comp itself is fun. I was going to do a best competition category, and that would have been either, like, pressure cooker or haunted house or something like that. Soulmates, probably. Blues veto win. I was going to put a Superhero Training Academy or comics, but, like, those comps are fine. It's just the context that made him stupid. Twisted Tasks was bad. That's a good call. The thing is, Twisted Tasks is a really dope comp that became horrible because of the circumstances. But that's a fair shout to. The winner, dominatingly, 53% of the vote, is Ball Pit Part 2. This second double eviction is raking in the awards. Congratulations to Matt on your first, and if I had to guess, not your last, Big Brother 25 award show victory. Claps in the chat. Now this is perhaps my favorite category. Worst Alliance. Now Big Brother 25 was a season with a frustrating amount of alliances. There was perhaps 100, 200 at any given time, and Suri was in every single one of them. But surprisingly, in this group of a few hundred alliances, there were a few that were not quite as impressive as the rest. I see people shouting out the Minutemen, the Mafia. Now those alliances, you might not like them. These alliances are truly the worst. And we start off with the Sirens. During the week of the first double eviction, America and Blue formed a final 2 to go to the end, where Blue immediately explained to America that she would be targeting her showmance Cory. To which the next day, America would pick Blue during the knockout HOH competition. They would be targeting each other at every moment before the season and after. Well, Blue was targeting America before. America was only targeting Blue after. The Sirens. One of the worst alliances of Big Brother 25. Absolutely. Next up, one of my favorites. The Writer's Room. On day 3, Cory approaches Mimi, saying how genius it would be if they were to work together secretly. And he pursued this alliance strongly for months. Eventually, after Mimi has selected Cory for 9 quiz competitions and continuously ratted him out to Suri, Cory made the difficult decision, which was extremely wrong for his game, to evict Mimi. This was a real final 2 for Cory for about a week, and Mimi likely does not remember its name. This picture, I don't remember this. I don't remember doing this at all. When was this? You don't understand how hard it was for me to find a picture of me and Mimi together. Like, even Google didn't believe in our alliance. Was that the photo shoot day? It had to be. like Google was like, nah, it didn't happen. So shout outs to the Writer's Room, the greatest alliance that never was. Kevin and Helena. If Kevin and Helena were born in the sewage. The blurriness of this picture perhaps represents the blurriness of this alliance in Surrey's mind. An alliance with perhaps the greatest name in Big Brother history, according to one of its members, consisted of, and no, I am not lying, Cameron, Red, Mimi, Bowie Jane, Surrey, Matt, Izzy, and Felicia, and according to Surrey, myself as well. Couldn't tell you how she came to that conclusion. The Legend 25 was an alliance designed to placate Cameron and Red, and oh boy, did it work. Cameron and Red were snowed. Cameron wins HOH with kind of an idea of backdooring Izzy, but Red shuts it down because there's an alliance named after his child. Red is then brutally blindsided the next week, as is Cameron. The Legend 25, when it came to Alliance Geddon with 7 Deadly Sins, for real, the Legend 25, I gotta say, with confidence, the Legend 25 was the worst. And the final nominee for the worst alliance of Big Brother 25, a couple of overlapping people here, the Chillers. Cameron and Red described themselves as the Chillers. They're two Southern boys who really understand each other on a level no one else could. Red often said that people always assumed things about him and Cameron because of their background and the way they looked. And those assumptions were right. After being a close final 2 for the first 4 weeks of the season, one inkling of fake information fed to Red via Jared sent the Chillers into a downward spiral. The Chillers were now lukewarm in this lukewarm-ass hot tub, having one of the most melodramatic breakup scenes in Big Brother history. Fugitives robbed? No, I mean, Fugitives is bad, but it was like a 1-week alliance, and it didn't matter that much. Anyways, the options... I'm writing in the Fugitives. I'm not accepting it. No, because the Fugitives, Jag even bought into the Fugitives. Cam bought into it. It was just Matt that didn't like it. Riley's Promise was what I was thinking about. The Phalanx 5 had first boot, second boot, and third boot. That's a good call, too. All right, the nominees for Worst Alliance: The Sirens, The Writer's Room, The Legend 25, and the Chillers. Katie, whenever you're ready. Thank you. Voting is active. The poll is up. Have your voice heard. This is the most important election in human history this year. Who was in Riley's Promise? Wasn't it like Matt, Jag, Surrey? Jagman and the Three-Way Rats? That kept us safe for a while. You could argue the Three-Way Rats themselves are one of the worst alliances ever. Was Blue in Riley's Promise? I was going to say the Bookends as well. I think the Bookends certainly deserves an honorable mention as well. Because Surrey and Felicia hated each other by the end. And I don't know if Felicia and Jared had one. But the winner, in a pretty tight vote, 39% of the vote, is the Legend 25. Congratulations to the Legend 25. All 9 of you. I will be sending 9 emails. I'll just CC all of you. Now, I will say confidently, this is my favorite category of the night. Big Brother 25 is going to be remembered infamously for having some of the worst reads in Big Brother history. And I tried to narrow this down to 5 reads, and I was not able to. So we're going to be doing 2 polls to determine the worst read in Big Brother 25 history. First off, Cory's read, I've got Bowie Jane. After having several games of bumper pool with Bowie Jane, Cory assumed they were locked into a Final 3, despite Bowie Jane being locked into a Final 3 with the Mafia. Bowie liked Cory in America, but had virtually no loyalty to them post-Zombie Week. But this is just one of the several bad reads of the season. America, we can trust Blue. America, after trying to work out an alliance with Blue for the duration of the game, always came back to, but we could trust her, I think. And she was wrong, unfortunately. Whether this is due to Blue's terrible gameplay or America's trustworthy nature, America saying we can trust Blue is certainly one of the worst reads of Big Brother 25. But don't worry. Blue enters saying, I can trust Jag. Despite being blindsided by Jag during the Izzy vote, alongside with being nominated as the target during his first week as HOH, Blue walks into the Final 7 believing Jag is working with her. If she wins HOH, I have no faith she would have targeted Jag. Time after time, Jag showed his lack of loyalty to Blue, and time after time, Blue ignored those signs. So the third nominee for worst read of Big Brother 25 is Blue, saying they can trust Jag. But don't worry, because Jag has to get involved as well. I can trust the 7 deadly sins, says Jag. This, of course, after being evicted unanimously in Week 4, being used as a pawn by his alliance member Week 3, being put up as a pawn once again in Week 5 by another member of 7 Deadly Sins, and on Week 6, after he's nominated as a pawn 3 times, evicted unanimously once, still believes it's the 7 to the end. Until I'm able to talk to him, Cameron's able to talk to him, and finally he decides to flip. Jag trusting the 7 deadly sins is inspiring for us honesty, loyalty, and integrity truthers out there. But as a Big Brother fan, holy fuck. But don't worry, we've got more bad reads. Suri, 4-time Survivor legend, Traitors winner. I can trust Matt. Suri had a diary room session saying, every time I play one of these games, I trust someone, I let them go too far, and they cut my throat. But not Matty Ice. And after Matt betrays her during the Izzy flip, after Matt is selected by her son to play in the Power of Veto, doesn't use it, betraying her once again. After Matt wins HOH at the Final 5, nominates her, and is ultimately the presiding HOH during her eviction, Suri still votes for Matt in the Final 2 out of loyalty. I think this read is especially bad because of how high we hold Suri's opinions. How much we respect Suri as a player, but holy shit, she could not trust Matt. And we're not done. Cam's very short-lived, but perhaps the most jaw-dropping read, I can trust Jared during Week 6 of the game. Following Jared's HOH in Week 5, where he nominates Cameron and Red, with Cameron being the target, Cam survives due to winning the Power of Veto. And after he wins HOH, he selects Jared as his #1 ally. All of this with the goal, when Jared wins the veto, to backdoor Suri. because Suri, without Izzy, would be left on an island. Ain't that poetic? So the sixth nominee for worst read is Cameron trusting Jared. And finally, Mimi, I can't trust Cory. Mimi had an alliance formed on day 4 or 5, and she was happy with it. She didn't want any more allies. She said, too many allies. Back up, Cory. Back it up. Was she wrong, though? Yeah, she was wrong. She was totally wrong. By the time I evicted her, sure, she shouldn't have trusted me, but come on, there was a lot of time before then. You were sketchy, though, I swear to God. Alright, so, the nominees. So, let's do 2 polls, Katie. First off, Cory has Bowie Jane. America has Blue. Blue has Jag. And Jag has the 7 Deadly Sins. Also, for the worst alliance, I was going to put the Middlemen, but I thought it would win, and I thought that'd be boring. Red trusting Suri. Yeah, but who cares about Red trusting Suri, you know? Alright, the first round of the worst read award is up, and we can end the poll now. The winner is Jag trusting the 7 Deadly Sins. Congratulations, Jag. Not only did he win $750K, he is walking away with a Big Brother 25 award show W. Now, the second category, Suri trusting Matt, Cam trusting Jared, and Mimi not trusting Cory. Just put that one in the second poll. Yeah, that's probably a good way of doing it. Felicia trusting her mustard seed. Honestly, her getting that far, there maybe might have been something to the mustard seed. Just gonna wait 1 second for the poll. Thank you, Katie. Appreciate you. And so far, with 16 votes, it is 16 votes for Jag and none for anyone else. And we have our winner. It's over. Jag, with 65% of the vote, has won the award for trusting the 7 Deadly Sins for as long as he did. And he did ultimately flip on them, but I don't think that excuses anything. Congratulations, Jag. 2-time winner. Very, very impressive. Now, one of my favorite categories, an inspired category by me. Big Brother 25 did not have too much drama going on in the house. We had some. But outside of the house, we've kept up with the most dramatic of reality TV seasons. And boy, do we have some competitive nominees here. First off, Matt Zach from The Challenge.
To me, the power of the P, we talk about all the time. The power of the P, which is, you could say whatever you want, but, for Mariah's case, it's plastic surgery. That's probably why you didn't get Cory's vote. I mean, let's just keep it real. You know what I mean? Yeah. She's like, you're not going to... I don't know, America, maybe you come on the couch and, tell how you feel.
So stay tuned. Next week, America and I are flying out to get on the couch so our side of the story can be heard.
Okay, how long
I didn't realize that was that big of a deal either. Like, fans were pissed, huh?
I guess her day one, loyal fans probably don't like me. I mean, I got her out, okay.
Question. Do you, just verify, do you guys like Matt? Is he right here? So the first nominee, of course, is Matt going mask off on Zach's podcast. being sexist about Riley and America and being weird about me and just a lot of stuff. Number 2, Cam X superfan Rick. Cameron, voted as America's favorite player, thought he won the award due to his own likability, his merit, his diary room sessions, but the truth is he only won due to superfan Rick's efforts in rallying the vote, his door-to-door canvassing and campaigning. And after rightfully accepting that credit, Cameron was upset, leaking all of their DMs, and ultimately having to switch up his cruise plans. Yes, this is when Superfan Rick liked us. He's turned against us, unfortunately. So Cameron and Superfan Rick is the second entry for the Big Brother 25 award show Best Postseason Drama category. Number 3, Cameron and the Women of the United States of America. I don't have too much to say on this one. You all can look into the details. But there has been some drama regarding Cameron and women in general. But he is rebranding, and all of us can hope that this new Cameron has a better relationship with the women of the USA. I didn't know to include this one. I think Luke and Red's Instagram Live was crazy. I don't think it's going to win. But this is crazy. So, if anyone wants Luke to get an award, following Red's eviction, Red hopped on an Instagram Live with Luke to discuss life. Red loves all humans, including Luke. And they were able to talk about different mistakes they've made in the house. Was that during the season? Yeah, but semantics. And the final entry for the best postseason drama, one of my favorites, one of my favorite moments in Big Brother Twitter history. Felicia being hacked by Sahana Karan. Felicia, after being hacked by Sahana Karan, went on a rampage begging Sahana to give her account back. Eventually, whether it's Sahana giving her back the password or through Twitter doing its thing, Felicia did gain access to her account. Get the hell out of my Twitter. An iconic quote for Felicia. A woman of many iconic quotes. So, a very stacked category. Matt x Zach, Cam and Superfan Rick, Cam and Women, Luke and Red, and Felicia and Sahana. Sahana, just do you. Lots of good options. Very, very close vote. One more time. Matt and Zach, Cam and Rick, Cam and Women, Luke and Red, Felicia, Sahana. The poll is live. Have your voice heard. Matt Zach was goated, though. It's always a Kyle saying shit like that, you know? What's the Felicia thing? Felicia's Twitter was hacked by someone named Sahana Karan, even though it's obviously not Sahana Karan, it's some bot. But Felicia was under the impression that Sahana was a person, like, behind a screen hacking into the mainframe. Hey, let Kyle cook. Let him cook. He can bring it back, don't worry. And a pretty close vote, and not really. The winner, of course, the one-of-a-kind Sahana Karan. And Felicia, of course. It's good. I think Felicia deserved a victory here. Very, very happy for Felicia. I would say Superfan Rick was my favorite, personally. I thought the drama was just too ridiculous. But this is a close second, absolutely. Very, very good. Very, very good winner. How am I just finding this channel? What's up, Joe, man? All right. Now, final 3 categories. A little less funny. The most improved player of Big Brother 25. From start to finish, who made the most forward progress in their Big Brother playing ability? Only 3 nominees. I don't know if you all will agree with any of these nominees, but we will see. Jag Baines. After receiving multiple zeros on the stock watch, thoughtlessly remaining loyal to the 7 deadly sins, Jag would come to rally in the second half of the game after being evicted unanimously to play a pretty solid back half of the game. Of course, strengthened by a billion competition wins, and goes on to win Big Brother 25 with a 5-2 vote. Matt Klotz went from a clueless player in the first few weeks to perhaps a player who had a clue of what was going on. The jury's still out on that one. Is able to remain the safest in the house of anybody for the entire season. Plays a pretty impressive game, but goes on to lose in the final 2 due to some horrible goodbye messages. And at risk of starting a riot, Blue Kim, who started the game, in my opinion, as one of the worst Big Brother players of all time, and ended the game as not great. I feel like I'm setting Blue up with this one. I feel bad. I knew this would be the response in the chat. Well, the good thing is, your voice can be heard. Jag, Matt, and Blue, who is the most improved player of Big Brother 25? I think I am very confident of who is going to win. I would not have nominated Bowie. Bowie was the most consistent player the entirety of the season. But I do believe I know who's going to win this poll. But good luck to all nominees. Gifting a win to his buddy Jack. Look, I think there's an argument for Matt. But I think Matt was less horrible in the first half, so there's less room for improvement, of course. All right, we could end the poll. Jag is winning with 90% of the vote. Congratulations, Jag. A 3-time winner. He won Big Brother, and he won Worst Read and Most Improved. Congratulations to Jag. Now we go into the least improved. Someone who made backwards progress as the season went on. Started with a lot of potential and ended with, are they even a good player? And there are 5 options. First off, Survivor legend Suri Fields. A legendary downfall. Still made her way to 5th, showcasing her social prowess. But I think her decision-making left a lot to be desired in this season. Second, corywurtenberger. A player who showed a tremendous amount of prowess in the opening weeks. It all culminated in a massively well-orchestrated flip in week 6, a double eviction win to take out his #1 target, and then a dreadfully played back half of the game. Cory showed a lot of potential and showed a lot of weaknesses. Hard to evaluate him as a player. Nicole Hayes. Mimi, someone who everyone was waiting to get started the whole season. She was always revving up, but ultimately wasn't much there this season. Played pretty passively, showed some sparks of good self-awareness and knowledge about the game, but ultimately not much moving, not much shaking, not much improvement. Bowie Jane, a player who started off the season knowing nothing and ended the season in a similar position. Did Bowie get worse as the season went on? Not necessarily. Did she get better? Definitely not. What's up, Zach's dad? Bowie Jane makes her run to 3rd place, and I guarantee if she's on BB26, she'll make her run to 3rd again. is Bowie the least improved player? And finally, of course, Jared Fields. Hasn't had much of a voice in this award show yet, but Jared Fields entered the season as the son of Suri Fields, showcased a good ability to play the middle, get a lot of people to trust him. Of course, was gifted a wonderful position by his mom and being in alliance with his mom and Izzy and Felicia. And then went on to dismantle that position and everyone in his alliance's game before being evicted in week 7. This is week 7 double eviction, returning as a zombie, and then leaving the Big Brother house for good. Very active player, usually quite actively bad. So the winner of the least improved player is going to be one of Suri Fields, Cory Wurtenberger, Nicole Hayes, Bowie Jane, and Jared Fields. Katie, whenever you are ready. The poll is active. You all may have your voices heard. Do you post the full VODs on Twitch? Yes, I do, Kyle. It'll be up. Alright, it looks like we have yet another convincing winner of Jared Fields with 65% of the vote. Well, it's hard to say whether Jared deteriorated much as a player. I think he was in such a good position and was responsible for such a catastrophic downfall that I think this award is absolutely deserved. I think Jared has a couple skills in the game. Definitely showcased a lot of ability, but also showcased a lot of other stuff that was not great. So shout outs to Jared Fields winning the least improved award. And the final award of the night, the most important award of the night, because ultimately awards are awards. They're not important. They're materialistic. It's not all about winning gold stars and trophies. The Allison Grodner Legacy Award goes to a house guest who truly embodies what Big Brother is about. Plays the game hard, cares about the game, and has curly hair. Your nominees are Cameron and Matt Klotz. Both very worthy recipients of the Allison Grodner Legacy Award. Both in the top 3 of America's favorite player voting. If there was a third curly-haired man, I imagine he would fill out the top 3. Cameron, of course, winning AFP, returning to the reindeer games, and Matt having all his stuff covered up on the feeds, getting a very charitable edit. And of course, top 3 AFP. So between these two curly-haired men, who deserves the Allison Grodner Legacy Award? The voting will be active momentarily. Voting is active. Everyone, last vote of the night. Make sure to get in there. The winner, with over 80% of the vote, is Cameron Hart, and I think deservingly so. Won AFP, got asked back. I think it's very, very difficult to argue against Cameron Hart. And also, I think has the 3rd most confessionals of the season, despite placing 9th, only behind Jag and Suri. So, congratulations to Cameron. I cannot think of anyone more deserving of such an award. He was nominated for so many things. I think he deserved a solo victory here. Jag in the TikTok chat. I wish I was looking at the TikTok chat. Does Jag know what awards he won? So Jag, you won Most Improved. Congratulations. And you won Worst Read of the Season. Entrusting the 7 Deadly Sins. Congratulations, Jag. 750K is not enough. And that does it. Big Brother 25 award show. I want to thank all the nominees in attendance. I want to thank all the voters, of course. And most of all, I would like to thank CBS and Paramount for providing us with this content that we get to lovingly hate. Because as much as we hate Big Brother, every single one of us will be glued to the live feeds in about 2 weeks from now. Congratulations, everyone. What a showing. All right. What do you guys think? Good time? Is it weird if I go to the NYC premiere party alone? Absolutely not. It's going to be hanging out. Just watch the thing. Watch the episode, get a drink. That was a fun stream, right? Thought it was a pretty good time. Riley in the TikTok chat, too. I don't think Riley won anything, did she? She was nominated a bunch. Riley was nominated for... Oh, there was one category I wanted to do that I decided against. It was best reaction to Did You Know There's a Secret Relationship in the House from Julie Chen. And that probably would have been Red, who reacted like, I'm sure there's several secret relationships. Which is crazy. There was another category I had at one point called Worst Speech, which I think Riley would have absolutely been nominated for. She would have lost to Matt's Final 2 speech. But Riley's eviction speech is legendary. So good. That was another category I scrapped. I was going to do best diary room, but I thought my besties aren't my besties is just going to win too much. Mimi saying You and America was related was crazy. I mean, Matt made the same joke, right? Points off for no originality. America's Shut Up, Jared was pretty good. Yeah, I think so. She said American Camera related, right? Who's Reggie? Y'all don't want to know who Reggie is, and you certainly don't want to know who Regina is. I can promise you that. Do you want to do a quick journey on Cory's Twitter for a second? See what bullshit I got up to? Because I regret to inform you all that I am addicted. So first of all, I did this podcast with Mike Bloom, which I recommend all of you check out. If you don't watch Lost, it's going to be kind of impossible to watch, but I had a great time talking to Mike Bloom. But the real juiciness of my Twitter activity comes in the replies, where I simply can't help myself. Because in response to my goofy bingo card I posted, I mean, if your girl didn't flip the vote, then Matt and Jag would have likely not have made it to the final 2 and would have stayed loyal to Suri and company. This is good. And I had to get my ass in there, as you guys would usually expect. This crazy tweet, praying nobody is insufferable as this bitch, which had 828 likes in the moment, but now has 2,000. So perhaps I should learn the lesson to not elevate stupid voices. But I thought this is a good tweet. But, you know, that was funny. That's about it for Cory's Twitter journey. I don't know if there's too much else that was going on. But thank you all for hanging out. Not a very long stream. I will be live again tomorrow. Not sure what I'm going to be doing yet. But I'm going to be streaming a lot in preparation for my New York trip, because of course I'm not going to be able to stream as much when I'm there. I might try to stream once. The rewatch will be posted tomorrow. Sorry to, it's just with planning this today, and I had to write an article for a different project that I'm sure you guys can predict. It's going to be uploaded tomorrow. They're never going to finish the season. I think we're going to watch the next 2 weeks, and then the recap episode, I think, is the way we're going to do it. Riley's asking you a question in the TikTok chat. All right. I'll pull it up for you, Riley.
This is
I don't even know if I can. What's she asking? Riley wants to know if you want to get brunch. Of course, Riley. Text me. Let's make it happen. We got to pregame this New York trip. I will say, though, Riley has a reputation for going to these brunches, getting one or two too many mimosas. And I just don't want that kind of energy. You know what I mean? So, as long as Riley promises to control herself, I might be down. Anyways, that'll do it for the stream. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back tomorrow, same time. Appreciate all of you. Save the brunch for when we were there, our treat. Wait, so Dad, you want this brunch to be like our family and Riley? That's just the squad? Alright, maybe. I'm thinking the whole fam goes out to Whiskey Row. Gets a little crazy. Riley takes us in the secret storage elevator. Start throwing a few drinks back. I've never done a shot with my dad. She saved your ass, we owe her? I guess, yeah. Look, that's fair. Alright, y'all. That'll do it. Appreciate all of you. Back tomorrow, same time. Till then. See ya. Anyone to raid? Any of the homies online? Anyone? Puya up or something? Brando? RHAP? Sure, we'll raid RHAP. Alright, everyone. Enjoy. If you want more reality TV talk, RHAP's got you covered. Adios. Bye-bye.